Hi everyone. So today I'm going to play a game called Doki Doki Anomaly. And this game is sort of a hentai game where you try to have fun time with girls that are part of the SCP Foundation. They are SCPs themselves. In case you don't know what the SCP means, is a name for a foundation which stands for Secure, Contain, and Protect. And they protect us from the evils that they could secure within their foundations. So basically, an SCP is a nickname for a monster. It's a creepypasta monster. It's a story. You can go to their website and check all of the stories. But in this game, we're gonna talk to the monsters, the SCPs, and see if we can have fun time. So this is a visual novel. There's gonna be a lot of reading. I hope you won't get bored from hearing me reading, but that's how it goes. So anyway, I'll read. The first recorded death associated with SCP-8008 occurred on December 18th, 1997. Okay. The victim, Jean-Paul Review, 38, Caucasian male, was found pinned under his Dodge truck. Police on the scene reported him being smooshed to the neck like an empty tube of toothpaste. Exact wording. He was also smiling ear to ear and wearing a pair of novelty spiral lensed glasses, so he was a weeb. The SCP Foundation became involved later when the local detective assigned to the case was also found dead. So SCPs usually tend to kill everything. Dismembered by his own lawnmower, smiling broadly and wearing the same glasses. It's an interesting SCP we have here. Apparently, this anomalous pair of novelty glasses, deemed SCP-8008, which also, now I get it, it's boob. It just means boob. Something about SCPs, it doesn't have to be a monster. It can be an object. It can be a feeling. It can be anything. So in this case, the SCP is a pair of glasses, and their number is boob. Well, they allow the wearer to fall in love with literally anything. So he fell in love with the lawnmower. Okay. Interesting. That's why he died. So SCP-0... I'm just gonna call it boob. That's from 1999. The entire first cohort of researchers assigned to the anomaly has been redacted. So because I will say SCP is a bureaucratic horror. So there's going to be a lot of redacted sentences. The first three researchers were killed by an H2 pencil, a diamond necklace, and a pool noodle. How the fuck do you die from a pool noodle? The last was found redacted in redacted. All the data after that has been expunged. What am I supposed to do with this? I shut the SCP boob case in files in disgust and tucked the folder under my arm. Who would I piss off to get assigned to the anomaly with a 100% casualty rate? So we're probably playing as a researcher that has to work on that case. Just to contain it and test it. Usually there's going to be a lot of tests. Mostly because of the SCP-458 incident last month. Stupid infinite pizza box. That sounds like an SCP I would like to admit. Damn it, the heavy doors of SCP-103, the sculpture's enclosure are already open when I arrived. So SCP-173 is the most famous of all of them. It's a statue that kills you if you don't look at it. My assistant, Dr. Farron Sherman, smiles briefly at me as I enter the room, then returns to reviewing his notes. He flips his pen in an elaborate loop between his fingers, his nervous fidget. A dozen D-class inmates, so D-class are basically prisoners that they hold in the Foundation, and they use them for tests because they are expendable humans. Usually they're prisoners because they committed crimes, like killing and stuff. Anyway, this D-class, my cat is coming. The dozen D-class inmates inside are all staring intently at a vaguely peanut-shaped sculpture standing motionless in the corner of the room. After all, it only takes an instant when nobody has it in their direct line of sight, even a blink at the wrong time, and it will snap all our neck in an instant. So yeah, the way to contain 173 is to always have someone looking at him, and usually you have to be in pairs of 3 people, so there always has to be someone looking at him, in case someone blinks. Ah, there comes Dr. Fields now from his experiment with SCP-682. Dr. Fields, morning. He seems distracted. Morning, sir. Everything alright? He blinks, seeming to refocus. Dr. Fields, Yes, yes, everything's fine. I look at the strange pair of glasses Dr. Fields is handing me. Is it? I take SCP Boob, the novelty glasses from him, noting how light they are. Just a dark plastic frame and a spiral pattern lenses. Dr. Fields wipes his hands off on his lab coat, as if to get rid of anything the glasses may have left behind. I don't want to know what people left on those glasses. They look funny, but let me tell you, he swallows nervously. They're no joke. Dr. Fields nods and takes his leave. Alright. I settle into the flimsy aluminum chair the table provided and activate the microphone. No turning back now. I take a deep breath and put on SCP-8008, the novelty glasses. Ah! So that's SCP-10173. Let me put the volume up. SCP-103. Why is she... hello? I clear my throat, hoping my nerves won't be too noticeable in the video recording. Hello, SCP-173. She's not talking. I blinked. I should have died just now. Whether she's thinking deeply or completely brain dead, I can't tell. Can you understand me? So, I just gotta show you for a second how SCP-10173 actually is supposed to look like. So, that's how she's supposed to look like? She's like a statue of a baby. With this kind of graffiti on his face. There's all sort of renderings of him. But it's not supposed to look like an anime girl. Let me tell you. Let's go back to the game. Anyway. That was something. I'll be continuing experimentation with you. Is it alright? She's not talking. Are you expecting someone else? Like, I fell in love with her because of the glasses. If she's looking for my predecessor, she's going to be disappointed. They're not coming back. But maybe we can be friends, or I won't be making the same mistake as they did. Let's be friends with her. Maybe we can be friends. I think she smiled. She seems to like that idea. Beside me, Dr. Sherman scribbles something in his notes. Weird sound. I'm glad. She can talk? Her voice sends shivers up my spine. I need to compose myself. Turn to the basics. Our goal here is to clarify exactly how SCP-8008 produces its hallucinations and to better understand its psionic properties. We will compare my subjective experiences to the audio-video footage and Dr. Sherman's note. To begin, I will show you some images. Is that alright? Is that alright, SCP-173? Why do I have trouble saying it? She nods. She seems pretty eager. Perhaps this won't be as hard as I expected. Okay. Looks like I have a bunny here. Because of the light. I show her the image of a monarch butterfly in summer. What do you see? Voice. Butterfly. A butterfly. You know what a butterfly is? She's so difficult to read. Next I show her the image of a human face. And this? My love. Whoa. What? Where are you, my love? Sir, what's wrong? I didn't realize it, but I stood up. The small hairs in the back of my neck are standing straight up. Everything inside me is screaming to get away from this creature. Nothing, I'm fine. It takes all of my self-control to force myself to sit down. Okay, is she smiling? I can do this. Lastly, I show her an image of her actual face. The blank, spray-painted eyes stare up from the paper, just a reminder that's how she's supposed to look like. Like that. Okay. The blank spray-painted eyes stare up from the paper. This one, okay? What do you see here? Confronted with the image of her actual face, she seemed distressed. No! Did she just kill someone? The twisted body of one of the D-class personnel is slammed suddenly into the table, looking up at me with wide eyes. Why did she kill someone? He just died. His body is spasming at the sudden disconnection from his brainstem. His head is turned 180 degrees. What just happened? Dr. Sherman, I didn't see, I blinked. Oh, you can't blink around there. The man on the table has stopped twitching, his irises mid-dilated. Around the room, the remaining D-class have their backs against the walls. One woman is hyperventilating, cover her eyes. I blink too. Oh, you can't all blink at the same time. And me. And me. No, not again. Everyone just happened to blink at the same time? I will remind D-class personnel that any deviation from the eye contact protocol will have severe consequences. So, in SCP lore, they have a protocol for exactly how you're supposed to blink when you initiate contact with this SCP. So there's a certain order of blinking. You can't just blink randomly, because then you die. We can see that beyond the obvious, right? I almost jump out of my chair as the timer beeps. We're going to end it here for today. Please don't be upset. We'll be back tomorrow, okay? She seems relieved about that. Is that really something I should be happy about? Her voice is so weird. I'll be waiting. Her voice. I don't think I'll ever get used to it. What? And then she's gone. I remove the SCP boob, taking a moment to wipe the sweat from my face. Without the glasses, I can see SCP-1773 as it actually is, a monster of concrete and rebar. Looming right in front of me, the corpse on the table seems to be staring at it, afraid to look away even in death. Jesus, nothing. I scrub through the grainy video again. No evidence of the young woman I've been speaking to in the testing chamber. No evidence that SCP-173 was in any way communicating with me. It's just me wearing these ridiculous glasses, talking to myself. Oh, there's a game! Well, I didn't expect it. Okay, let's play. Okay, I see a 4 here. I'm usually good at this, but I wasn't expecting this, and now I'm under pressure. Get a double here. Whoa, what? I need to get to 5,000 or I die. I'm way past it. But I have to do it for... Can I just skip? Because I have enough. Let's get a 5 here. Whoa. I get a bonus if I get a high score. Get a 4. Another 4. Whoa, that's a... Why doesn't it count? Also this. Weird. Okay, let's get a 7. Okay. I love this kind of games, by the way. There's a game called Puzzle Quest, I think. It's one of my favorite games, where you have to match 3, and it's like an RPG. So you match icons or colors that give you mana, and with like you match, say, green tiles, and they give you green mana, and then you can use the green mana to use on spells, and use the spells to attack your enemy. And then after you finish your turn, it's his turn. You're almost out of time. What the fuck? Whoa! I clicked on it. I wake up with a start. What was a dream? Something about legs? And is she in my room or is it a dream? What the hell? Thank you. Am I sleeping with the glasses? Like, for what? She's gone. I reach up to touch my face, terrified that I might find SCP boob there. It's just me, so I don't have it. So how did I even see her? So what did I just see? I dress and head down to the cafeteria to get some water. A clock on the wall reads just past 2 a.m. It's so quiet. Where am I? Why am I at SCP boob's containment locker? I hadn't meant to come here. Is this how it starts? Oh, I'm about to die. I slowly back away from the locker, the halogen lights in the hallway feeling overly bright, exposing. Then I notice something odd about SCP boob's locker. The padlock is askew, as if someone had been tampering with it. I realize it's been unlocked and then replaced backwards to hide the unclasped mechanism. Looking inside, I confirm my fears. It's not there. It's not there. Why is it not there? I didn't do it, so why is it not there? I am positive I didn't do it, so why is it not there? I check all my pockets, all my face, and even on top of my head, just to be sure. Dr. Singer, what are you doing here? I almost jump out of my skin at the sudden voice. Singer! The third researcher from our cohort is leaning against the doorway, arms crossed. She's wearing her lab coat, a pair of green slippers, and a concerned scowl. Wait, so the researchers sleep in the Foundation itself? Well, it's not what it looks like. I didn't even mean to come here. She waves away my concern, standing up straight. I know. What? It dawns on me that Dr. Singer had been assistant to the previous lead researcher, the one who'd been redacted out of all of the files. I had a feeling I'd find one of you here at night. It's just the same as last time. I'm glad I caught you before. She runs her hands up and down her arms. I'm not so sure you did. I move aside to show her the open containment locker. Her eyes go wide. It wasn't me. Then who? Fields! He had been acting strangely today. Hey! Without a warning, Dr. Singer has me by the lapel of my coat and is dragging me out of the hallway. Hey, what the? She yanks me into the dead sprint and still not explaining herself, I am barely able to keep up. Dr. Singer pulls up the containment breach alarm as we pass it, and I realize just how much trouble we're in. The alarms are deafening. I've only ever heard them once before, at the site I'd been transferred from. 14 people had died at night. The hallway rocks violently. Fine dust pours from the concrete ceilings, catching in my throat as we run. I cough hoarsely, my lungs already burning from the unfamiliar exercise. My worst fears are confirmed as we round the final corner. All I can see is a cloud of billowing dust and stone debris. Huge shards of rock have gouged the walls on the far end of the corridor, exploding from the wall that had been SCP. Oh no, 682's temporary containment chamber. So, 682 is the indestructible reptile, sorry. It's a SCP that is filled with hatred towards all of humanity, and there is no way of killing him. New voice. Hello? I jump as the hand grasps my... It's one of the most dangerous SCPs. To my horror, I recognize Dr. Veda, the fourth and final researcher in our cohort. His lips and chin are crimson with blood. His torso has been popped by metal shrapnel. Okay, I can hear the SCP. I barely have time to process this before a shape looms out of the new hole in the wall. It's big. Ahead of us is Dr. Fields. He's standing with his arms raised towards it. I can't see his face, but I know he's wearing SCP boob. The massive Keter class. So Keter are SCPs. The Keter is a definition of how can you contain the SCP. So Keter is a high grade of containment. It's very dangerous. And when it crawls over the pile of debris, yellow, acid smoke pours off its body. It spots Dr. Singer and I. My body freezes, pinned by those hateful yellow eyes. Dr. Fields, my beloved, my queen. You look so small next to her. Don't love that reptile. It's gonna kill you. I did as you asked. Now we can be good together. He's dead. Disgusting. It snaps Dr. Fields up in its crocodilian jaw, faster than I can believe. Dr. Fields screams. SCP-682 shakes him back. By the way, do you want me to show you how that SCP is supposed to look like? Let's just have a glance. So SCP-682. That's how he looks like. Whoops. Okay, let's go back. Ooh. That's how it's supposed to look like. It's like a crocodile. It's just the bones and skin. This is the most famous pictures of it. It's a real picture taken from real life. It's basically like a skull and some skin and bones. That's how it looks like. Anyway, let's go back to the game. Dr. Field screams as he shakes him back and forth like a doll. I can hear that his body breaking. SCP-8008 flies off and lands near my feet. Oh, I'm gonna wear it now. A wave of desire to put them on washes over me, melting through the absolute terror, 80, if you watch Evangelion, and leaving only calm. Of course I'm gonna put it. I wanna see how the SCP looks like with the glasses. Oh my god! Okay. She's big! She holds Dr. Fields by the torso in one of her hands. Oh no. Screams become gurgles as my mind struggles to understand what it's saying. Oh no. Dr. Fields' body seems to dissolve in ragged chunks, as if something unseen is tearing me apart. Then it occurs to me, she is! Then he's gone. Interesting. Gunfire erupts from behind. Well, you can't shoot her, nothing will happen to her. Oh my god, so yeah, we can see her torso. I hit the floor just as bullets whip through the air around me, sending up spreads of sharp stone where they hit the tiles. I cover my head, even above the sirens. By the way, the only thing you do by shooting at it, is just pissing him off even more. Even above the sirens and the gunfire, I can hear SCP-682 shriek as it enters rage state. Yeah, when they pissed him off. The floor rocks under me as another section of the building collapses. Then suddenly, the shower of debris and bullets stops. Even sound seemed muted. I decided to risk it. Carefully, I opened one dust-covered eye to see who's next to it. A pair of bare gray feet standing next, just inches from my face. After a moment of confusion, it dawns on me. SCP-096 has been moved into the adjoining black cell block for testing. Wait, 096? Who's 096? Let's check. So, let's see, 096. 096. Oh my god. Okay, so 096 is called the Old Man. Wait, no, it's not the Old Man. No, 096 is a monster that you can't look at it. If you look at it, wait, is it the Old Man or what? I forgot. Oh yeah, it's the Shy Guy. Yeah. Okay, so it's called the Shy Guy, and if you look at its face, even if you look at a picture, it will know that you've looked at him, and it will kill you. It will run throughout even to space and kill you. So 682 is looking at 096, but he can't kill the crocodile, the reptile. I cover my eyes in an instant, praying I haven't seen its face somehow. The SCP-096 face is certain death. Ew! Its voice rings through the high-ceiling chamber, followed by a howl from 096, as it too enters a rage state upon being glimpsed. Oh, that's just chaos. I blindly begin to crawl away from the sounds of fighting as the two animals clash. So one of the most interesting things about SCP is when you mix them together. Like, for example, just we're wearing the glasses and you look at them, but even just having the Shy Guy meet the indestructible reptile, it's an interesting interaction, because what's going to happen? I blindly begin to crawl away from the sound of fighting as the two animals clash. I hope desperately I'm going to the opposite direction. A huge chunk of concrete strikes me in the back, crushing the air from my lungs in a whoosh. So, just one thing, the Shy Guy is like someone that you can't look at, and the one from before was you have to look at it. Just kind of the opposite, but it's the same. I can't breathe. I can't breathe! My vision goes soft around the edges as the life slowly crushed out of me. Is this it? Something is pulling on my legs. Something impossibly strong. I feel hands around my ankles. I gasp as the pressure on my chest is released and light returns to the world. Hey! It's 173. You're okay. I've got you, my love. I won't ever let the others have you. Oh god. She's gone. I hear voices. I hear Dr. Sherman shouting? Why is he shouting? Doctor, can you hear me? I try to respond, but it turns into a hacking cough. My throat is full of dust. You're alright. He helps me to sit up and waits while I cough a while longer. Miraculously, I seem to be unharmed. Let's get you to the medical ward. He supports me as I stand. Glancing backwards as we turn to leave, I see the slab of concrete that almost killed me, and the trail through the dust from where SCP-173 had dragged me to safety. Why? Nasty. I'm hooked up to several machines in a private room. My heartbeat sounds quick and irregular on the monitor. Isn't this a bit excessive? Dr. Sherman looks up at me from the chair in the corner. His lips twist in a wry grin. You know, for someone who's so smart, you're a real idiot. Huh, fair. I lean back in my nest of pillows. Is Dr. Singer alright? Yeah, she's fine. She had the sense to run when she saw what happened to Dr. Fields. I nod awkwardly. He stands and hands me a glass of water from the bedside table. I drain the glass, not realizing how thirsty I'd been. And the breach? Dr. Sherman sighs at that and then shoves his hands in his pockets. Word around the site is that they were able to recontain both SCP-682 and SCP-096. But SCP-173 is missing. Oh no. Should I tell him that she saved my life? Its containment chamber was found open. We need to find her. I think I might be in danger. That's as much as I'm willing to say. Dr. Sherman's eyes narrow. The task force personnel are already down in the tunnels searching for it. So task force are basically military elite groups that are there to help contain the SCPs. They won't find her. They won't find it. Right, sorry. Why not? How do I explain it to him? We need to ask someone who was there. Everyone who saw what happened was torn apart other than you. Not everyone. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Farron, I don't have a lot of time. It's hard to explain. He crosses his arms for a moment, then seems to deflate. Fine. I suppose someone has to keep watch over you. Chill runs down my spine at that. I can't help but wonder if SCP-173 is watching me even now. There's no time to lose. There's no time, so... Let's visit the shy guy. Oh, but 682 is so funny. Yeah, 682 is the funniest. Normally it would take days to clear this kind of experiment with the higher-ups. With Dr. Fields gone, I'm the highest-ranking researcher we've got. God help me. They're really not taking any chances this time. Behind me I hear Dr. Sherman fake a cough to hide his grin. On either side, look at the cell. It's insane. By the way, why do you see lines here? I don't see lines on my screen. Anyway. Their black helmets and visors obscure their glare, but I can still feel the chill in the air. I've got like 2 minutes left. These men just lost friends because of a researcher like me couldn't handle his assignment. I carefully step to avoid the electric rails set into the floor as we approach SCP-682's new containment chamber. We stop just inside the huge space. Before us sits a massive 5mm by 5mm by 5mm cube of reinforced steel filled with hydrochloric acid. So that's how you contain the reptile. You put it in an acid that continuously degrades his skin, so he's continuously in a state of dying. But he will never die because he's indestructible. In the acid hangs 682 itself, suspended between life and death as its body regenerates just as fast as the acid can eat it away. Dr. Sherman pulls out his notebook. As always, he'll be acting as my personal reality anchor. So, SCP-682, can you understand me? I've come to talk to you about SCP-173. A low chuckle resonates through the room. I can feel it in the soles of my feet. 682 flicks its massive tail to slowly turn away from the view screen. Do you know what happened to it? No response. 682 has now floated so its back is fully facing us. We don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. I had been hoping to avoid this. Were you? He watches me carefully as he hands me the novelty glasses. You're not immune to it. I know that too well. With a deep breath, I put on SCP boob. And with that, we're going to finish this episode. I'll do more of it. If you'd like to, just tell me in the comments and I'll do another episode. I love SCP. I'm gonna save it right here. I love SCP lore foundation. I look at videos of it whenever I can, and I suggest you do that too. There's a lot of stories and they're amazing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.